Welcome to the Nintendo Show, episode 39. I'm your co-host, Devin Moon, and with me, as always, making the magic happen behind the scenes, Trevor Payne.
Dude, don't pin this on me. All the crashing. You're like, dude, this is him. This is the man behind the scene. Podcast crashing, burning. It's him, not me. Thanks, Devin. I appreciate that.
Hey, dude. We already know that my internet's horrible. What's your excuse? You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I don't know. I got like the whole thing's new, and so I don't know what's going on. I have incredible internet speed. I don't know, man. I swear it is the podcast curse. It's coming to eat us.
The podcast curse. Yep, it has come to take the Nintendo Show from us. Me and Trevor might not be on the show anymore. A new host will come into my house and start recording.
They're just going to take over.
Who knows what happened? They're just going to take over, or they'll look exactly like us with button eyes.
Ooh.
Coraline, creepy movie. Do not check it out. It's creepy.
I was going to say Ditto
not for
from
children.
Pokemon.
That too.
Okay.
Also creepy.
Yes. Also.
Dude, this episode, we are going to talk about the Lego NES. Also, we're going to be talking about an incoming direct, possibly on Monday. Strange date. Yes, I know. We'll talk about it. Plus, 2 Zelda games, classics, entering the ring in Nintendo Fight. We also play a round of 10 questions and talk about next-gen stuff, especially in the Xbox territory. Lots of great news coming in. That stuff is going to be exciting. All this and more. And as usual, the show is nothing without you. So remember, listener, if you want to be part of the show, visit our website at nintendoshow.com or watch us live on Facebook at 9:15 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, like you are right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can send in your questions, comments, concerns to our website at nintendoshow.com or right here on Facebook. So join us if you want to do that. Trev, are you ready to enter the mysterious, magical world we call Mr. Miyamoto's Magical News? I love it. Dude, the sound effects, the things that come out of your mouth.
That was a soundboard. It wasn't me.
Oh, dude, you got a soundboard too?
No, I'm just kidding. That'd be great. That's probably why everything's falling apart. Stop plugging things into this computer. Honestly, over on my end, I feel like at times, Devin, I'm just a man like back in the, just like way back in the day with like the pull pins for like connecting phone calls pins and stuff like that. I'm just over here frantically trying to figure this out. But you know what? The pins are aligning, Devin, and we are in the news.
In the news, Trev. Number one. First off, there's 2 items on the list this week. Number one, the Nintendo Entertainment System is recreated in Lego form. Yes, the iconic system becomes immortalized in plastic brick. The set includes the NES, the controller, the game cartridge, and a tube TV perfectly captured as you remember it back in the olden days, back in the 80s. The 2,646 piece set will set you back a whopping $230. Trev, your thoughts on this beautiful piece of plastic hardware? Dude, look at this thing being built right in front of us. We're watching a video right now.
Amazing, Devin. Like, it looks so good. Like, he's blown in the cartridge. The cartridge goes in. Controller plugs in. You're basically creating a Mario level, and you're cranking the wheel, and, like, you see the screen move. It's compatible with the new crazy Mario stuff that's coming out as far as sound effects and whatnot. Honestly, this thing is just... It is so cool and so, like... I have to get this, but Devin, that's the cost of like you can get a Switch for cheaper. You can get a Switch Lite for $200. Like that. Yeah, that is an expensive Lego. I've spent pretty penny on Lego before, but man, $230 is
$230.
Pretty steep, man. Like I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, dude, it's on the upper echelon. It's a little high for my non-rich blood, but. Dude, it looks sexy, gorgeous. It looks exactly how you remember this looking. It is amazing how well this looks. And I love that with these Mario bricks, with these Mario sets, they're gamifying it and they're adding like motion into things that like, so in the tube TV, you have a Mario screen, like probably Mario level 1, like world 1, level 1. And basically you're just scrolling through that level with a little hand crank.
It's like a little crank on the side.
Yeah. So it's like a curtain, like a Lego made curtain that's kind of going around in circles while you're cranking it. And you have Mario in there jumping like a plastic Mario.
So cool.
It's legit, dude. That's so cool.
It really is. Well, Devin, like when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, like you could probably figure a way and just like make your own levels on there. And like, I'm like, well, true. Shoot, screw Mario. I'm like, let's get some Zelda action. Let's figure out Mega Man. Like, I was like, this is really cool.
That's a good point.
I bet you people are going to come up with some really cool creative things, and we're going to see some posts. They won't be coming from me because I'm not that creative, but I sure will enjoy watching those videos. This thing is honestly like, clear off the amiibo on my shelf, dude. Clear all of my freaking $1 billion of amiibo off, and I just want to put this thing up on there. This thing looks so cool. The TV is so old school looking with like the knobs, dude. Yeah, TVs with knobs. That's crazy.
Dude, have you seen the backside? Whoa,
it's
got listen. This thing is so sexy.
Tell me about the backside.
Booby.
What? Come again?
Sorry. I don't know what I was saying. Wooby?
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Now look at this, dude. Look at this backside. Look at this bagunkadunk.
Dude, look at the trunk.
Look at the trunk. They have words like, like the sticker you would see on the old school TV. They went so legit that they got that going on the backside. They got the yellow and red because there wasn't like because they only had the one audio.
One audio, one video. And then you had the coaxial or whatever.
Yeah, coax. Yeah. So you got the coax thing going on. They even have an antenna on this thing. It is so
legit.
Detailed. It is so detailed. It is insane to me, dude. And there's the curtain. Oh man.
Basically, because there's basically a piece that's on these like on rails, and you totally could just turn this into whatever you wanted. Really,
do whatever you want. I would assume so, because it doesn't look like it's like following World 1. But I'm like, so the sound effects though from the Mario figurine, I'm sure only apply to that. There's Mario, that original setting, or that original view.
Yeah.
So if you don't know, you put the Mario that you get from the starter set on top of the TV. He makes the sounds, the music, the jumping, you hear all him that do stuff. Bloop, bloop. Yep, all the good stuff. Dude, man, it's just gorgeous. That is a gorgeous
honestly
set.
One of the coolest Lego I have ever seen. Yeah. Like I do need this. And I started thinking, Devin, like, how legit would it be? Like, they have the NES and then they have a SNES, N64, and have like, and cool. It would be so cool. And then like, it'd be kind of cool to see like how TVs changed as well with it, and have this almost like this museum of consoles that you can't play. Like, I don't know. I just think it honestly is just charming. I am so happy that Nintendo is pairing up with Lego, because like those two companies coming together, obviously they know how to make it happen, because it looks so just spot on. And just like you said, the attention to detail, the little wording on the back, or the ports like we see on the side of the NES in this image, or you have the ports right there as well. Like, it is so faithful to the original design. It is awesome.
Yeah, the creative detail here is insane. I mean, just the creativity and the detail and the entertainment added to Lego, just adding the motion, adding the effects, the sounds, the gamifying of it all. I think that's really cool. It's a Nintendo specific thing that Lego and that they brought to Lego. So I'm down, baby. I'm down. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm down. I mean, it looks awesome.
Life finds a way, Devin.
Life finds a way. Hey, we both got Switch lights.
We said we wouldn't.
We said we want it, but life found a way.
The next podcast, we both show up and like, look what I got. And like, oh, you got it too? Oh man, we're idiots. We're obviously cut from the same cloth, man.
Seriously. Trev, dude, let's get into number 2. That's some good news. Love me some Lego. But number 2, we got leakers, and a recently found Twitter account indicates a possible incoming direct celebrating Mario's 35th anniversary. The direct is currently being predicted to show up on the 20th of this month. Trev, so more direct rumors, which I feel we talk about constantly. Always there's direct. It's overbearing. I feel like I'm swamped with these things. They annoy the crap out of me to the point now that I feel like almost every episode I'm like, hey, there's a rumor.
Maybe.
There's a rumor about a direct. Like I said last week with my 10-minute episode, there is going to be a direct. And I do assume that it most likely that this week, it makes sense. There's not any games now. It's all out. Paper Mario's done its thing tomorrow. So whatever. It's the wild, wild west. So obviously we're going to have a direct. I'll believe. I don't know if I believe the 20th.
I don't know if
it's a weird date. It's a weird date.
I do feel too that like there's always a rumor. Like I'm like, you can pretty much just like guess. And like someone's going to eventually get it. That's what I feel like is almost happening at this point. But the thing is like the rumored, the 35th anniversary of Super Mario Brothers, like that is a moment. That is like an occasion that you would think that they would really want to celebrate. And if the rumors are true and there is a Super Mario collection, like, hey, let's start talking about it. One thing, Devin, did you see this? So we're on a site right now, and there was a leak about an email. Did you see this?
Yeah.
So there's a Twitter account for the Super Mario 35th anniversary. That's the @. And then if you go and try to recover the password on that account, which is, I think it's hilarious that people think of this. And the email is, you have a bunch of the little start out things, and it says @ and it shows an N. And the perfect amount of stars for Nintendo .co.jp is what that would line up with.
That's what
and so
it would be.
It seems legit. It seems like this collection is legit. So I think we are going to get a direct. I hope it's soon. I know we keep saying that, but I think you're right.
Well, and so, I think it's soon. So the Game Explained made some good points about this, is that someone could totally fake this if they wanted to, but I don't think they're smart enough to do it, because you could do like N and then put in some, the right amount of letters, but it could be
so much work.
But it's too much work, and I don't think anyone's thinking that hard about it. Usually these leaks are pretty easy, or these bad fakes are usually pretty much that. They're easy to tell they're fakes. This one seems a little legit. It has the same email address that they use for Splatoon 2 and some other ones as well. So there does seem to be a 35th anniversary thing going on. And you can tell, obviously, Mario Legos. That's a big deal.
That is.
Mario's the main thing on that NES Lego that we just talked about there. We have Mario clothing lines going on right now. And then the only thing missing here is Mario game. We got a Paper Mario game as well.
Yeah.
I feel like we're just getting a lot of Mario stuff, but they haven't like announced it yet. I just feel like that's just because of COVID. I feel like they would have announced it and been like, and we're going to do the clothing and we're going to do this and this and this. Yeah. But they just haven't yet.
But did you see? Okay, this is Nintendo show exclusive right here. Did you hear that they're doing the Adopt a Plumber program?
I did not.
Yeah, it's actually pretty incredible. I know that there's a lot of plumbers that are needing help right now, and they're starting a foundation where you can adopt a plumber and help you save princesses and stuff. It's pretty awesome.
How much? So are they about like $230? Is it less? Can I adopt the plumber?
Lego is so expensive that it's actually you can get 2 plumbers for the same price.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a really good deal.
That's a good deal. I think I might go for the plumber.
Yeah, dude, I want 2 little plumbers.
Could I? No, I'm interested. I love this adoption program.
You got to treat them humanely, though, Devin.
Hey,
come on.
No, Trev. Do you? They're plumbers.
Oh, that's true. They're not human. Oh, dude. Jeez.
I played Mario. They're not real. Plumbers. Plumbers are fake. They're fake things. Like all video games.
Yep.
Trev, dude. Also, let's talk about this 3D Mario collection.
Okay, let's do it.
Now, what say you if this Mario collection was just a regular like up-res ports, just up-res versions. Like we're going to widescreen that Super Mario 64. We're going to give I guess widescreen to all of them.
Yeah.
And then you just give a little bit of clarity. You have a little clarity in there.
Just increase the resolution. Is that kind of what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Like what they do with the Dolphin emulator on PC, essentially.
Yes, essentially.
Okay.
Would you be down for that? Or would you want a full-blown, completely redone remake of each game with the Odyssey graphics?
You're asking too much right there. That won't happen. I can guarantee it.
You don't think so?
No,
Okay.
dude. I think if they did that much work, it would be released one game at a time. And it would be they pick one game and release it like Mario 64 remastered or whatever they do, or remake or whatever. And because I don't think that they can put that much attention to detail into this huge swath of games and then launch them all at the same time. Like, I think that they would not only be like, let's sell each one of these for $60 a piece. So I really think what we're going to get here is just like a collection. And I don't even think we're going to get, I think we're going to get maybe some resolution increase, but I don't think with like Mario 64, you're not going to get widescreen. That game was designed with, I don't think so. I think it's going to be lettered boxed on the side, just like, you know, the same screen size and everything, the 3x4.
Just kind of little fun Mario on the designs. Okay, could see that.
I think that's what we're going to get on, because that's on the virtual console stuff, Dev, like on the Wii U. And even on like the SNES games, it's letterboxed on the side. It's not going to be, I feel like they'd have to do some things game wise, like actually programming wise to make it work.
Yeah. I just feel like people might, if this is the game, people might forget, like if this is the game of this year, this is the Mario game of this year, even if it's Mario 64, if it's very similar to Mario 64, that it's like, why do I even have this? Like same letterbox, like same, 4x3, all that stuff. I don't know. I feel like some people will be like, yeah. Like this, I could get this on PC. I mean, not legally, mostly, but I can get this on PC and it looks better. And they did better. And so my worry there, I do agree with you. I do not think they're going to go full blown on this thing. I don't think they're going to do Odyssey levels, just because when I think about that, that's a lot of work.
That is a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
You're not simply just adding some texture packs or whatever. You're making some changes. Yeah, you're basically remaking the game.
Yeah, and Mario 64 has a lot of. Well, listen, it's a great game, but there's a lot of polygonal holes. Does that make sense? Sure. Like the 64 had a lot of weird gaps, and like you move the camera and you'd see like a weird empty space that shouldn't belong. That was just how it happened then. But I guarantee you, Nintendo of this era, this time, if they were redoing it, they would be like, yeah, we're not making our camera shoot through the walls and have like horrible, things like that. So I agree. I think I don't know if we'll go 4x3. I think they'll widescreen it. I think they'll HD it. I just don't think they'll go full blown.
I hope so. That would be cool.
That would be cool. Will they improve sunshine? Because there was some bad glitches.
There was.
Nintendo wasn't full on doing their best on that one. So
it's true.
Will they improve the glitches? I wonder.
I don't know. I'm honestly, I'm very curious. I'm optimistic. I hope that there's more than just like a repackage and throw it out there, even though like, I think no matter what they do, people are going to still be happy because it's like, hey, we can play these old games again really on modern devices and on the go. Like that, just that alone is awesome. So I really think that is enough. But I think that there's going to be people like you and I that are maybe more enthusiastic about this whole Nintendo thing. And we want to see them do something new. We want to see them try and put a little bit more effort into it. I just don't think we're going to get much. So I'm trying to keep my hopes low and then hopefully they surprise me.
Yes.
Maybe we should do a chicken dinner bet or something.
Yeah. It might. Yeah. I don't know. All I know Trev, I will bet you something.
Oh, shoot. Are we going to do this again?
I mean, we can.
Okay. I'm going to, my asthma inhaler. No?
I will. I mean, I don't want to kill you, but if I must. I mean,
we don't have maybe we can discuss this.
We'll do like a, I don't know.
I'll buy you anything
food or something.
$19.99 or less on the eShop.
There you go. I'll give you, we'll just keep it at 10.
Okay.
We'll do something for $10, whatever it is for $10. I bet you that that Mario 64 is HD widescreen. Ooh, that's my bet.
Okay. Mario 64 HD widescreen. I'm going to say Mario 64, same aspect ratio. It will look a little bit better. Somehow there like graphics going to be upped, but I don't think it's going to be like crazy HD, but I think I think the bet should be letterbox or widescreen, or like having the 3x4 versus widescreen.
Let's do 16.9. Okay. Yep. Okay. 16.9, 3x4 or 4x3. Okay.
We did it.
Got it. Beautiful. Do we think Zelda's coming? Will Zelda 2 show its face?
Like at the direct?
Yeah, Breath of the Wild.
There were those rumors like where like a voice actor or actress or something was saying like all this recording's done or something.
They were saying,
didn't that get debunked or something?
Yeah, it was debunked. So
okay, all right.
I don't know, man.
Those hooligans.
I think they might stick with the Mario on this one, but who knows? I mean, it's been a while.
And you know what? Nintendo has been talking about how they might not be doing directs anymore. Did you see that too? So like they're talking about how like, hey, we might be trying something new. We might be mixing up. We might not be doing directs. I was like, no. I'm like, you guys finally found something that like people love. Stick with it.
Yeah.
But maybe they have another way to approach giving information. So I don't know. We'll have to see. For instance, with Paper Mario, we didn't get a direct. They just launched a trailer, and that was probably a lot easier for them.
Yeah. Oh, I hope they don't just go all trailer, but I guess we'll see what happens.
Either.
Oh, dude. All right. Trev, that's the news. We will see. Well, first off, next week. Let's talk about next week. Okay. There's some big things happening. First off, we're going to have the Xbox show. Because next week, Trev, is the big day, man. It's the big homecoming for the Xbox. We get to see all that good stuff. Excited. That's going to be so cool. So expect us to be doing that, maybe live. We're going to figure that out. I'm not sure what our Thursday schedule is, but I think that's Thursday. So Xbox show, one way or another, you'll either see me and Trevor or me or Trevor. We'll figure it out.
Someone will be on the air.
Someone will be on the air. We will
maybe one of my rent-a-plumbers or adopt-a-plumber or whatever.
Adopt-a-plumber.
Sorry, not rent.
Mario, the real life Mario will be here.
Yep.
As far as other stuff, if a Nintendo Direct happens, again, another big story, another big more. We'll be there. We have a lot to make up, so next week's going to be a busy one. We'll figure it out one way or another. You'll be seeing us, so it's going to be exciting. Trev, let's get into what we've been playing. What you been playing, dude? What you been rocking?
There's so many games, and I'm so excited about so many games. But then there's so many games coming out that I'm like, I don't want to get too deep into something. So Devin, I finally, my friend, found this glorious thing. It's called the Ring Fit Adventure, Devin.
Yeah,
finally. Buddy. Oh my gosh, I only spent $300. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
No, we found it on Amazon. It finally became available. Dude, it is so incredibly cool.
It's fun.
Like, what a cool thing. And let you into my world. I don't do a ton of working out. That's not my thing. All right. And I'm like, dude, this is a video game. This isn't going to be hard and tiring.
Yeah.
So obviously when I'm going through the setup process, it's like, how often do you exercise? I'm like 0 to 1. Okay.
Zilch,
and then it's like, how intense do you want? And I'm like, extreme. Because dude, I'm always like about like go big or go home.
Let's go extra hard, dude. Let's go.
I'm just like,
dude, legendary, baby.
Yeah. So I picked the hardest. Devin, I'm like halfway through the first level, sweating, dying. I'm like, can't breathe. My kid's walking to the room. I'm like, Dad, you okay? What's going on in there, bud? And anyways, I was sore for like a week after. It really is a good workout tool. Anyways, I've toned it down.
Yeah.
I've dropped down back down to beginner. I gotta, start baby steps.
Yeah. Yep.
Love it.
Build it up, baby.
Oh,
it's good stuff.
It is so good. And my hope, obviously, I'm not even close to being through with it, but like I hope that they don't just have this as a one-off. I hope that they release another game like that involves this. So people that maybe get tired of the same, the adventure or whatever, like they do something else with it. I think that is such a cool peripheral, a cool piece of software, man. Like it is amazing.
It's really cool what they did. Like you would never think RPG and exercising, but like it totally works, dude. It works so well.
I get excited.
Awesome.
I get excited to exercise. When in my life have I ever been excited to exercise, Devin? I'm gonna give you one guess. Go for it.
VR Half-Life Alex.
Oh, well, I guess I have no idea. Cool. No, never, Devin, never. I never get excited.
The answer was never?
Yeah, the answer was never. Okay. It is not my thing. I love going outside. I love being active, but just exercising is so boring to me. And turning it into an RPG, and I'm freaking leveling myself up, dog.
Yeah, bro.
I'm leveling myself up in real life and in the game.
That's right. That's right, Trevor. That's the truth right there, dude. Dropping them truth bombs.
I love it. Anyways, I'm playing that. I know that that's cool. Old news to you, but I have just found that game a delight.
Dude, that's great.
I don't know. What are you playing? What you up to?
What am I playing? So I've been playing Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze still. I'm like 75% in. I got myself an Oculus Quest, Trev.
Oh, welcome to the world, man.
I have joined the VR Society, and I have chosen the headset of great prospect. I love this headset. I love the wireless crap. It's awesome. It's so good, dude.
It really is.
I love VR is a totally different experience, y'all. Like I know because I played VR at the beginning stages, and I thought, it's fine.
It's come a long ways, huh?
Everyone play super hot VR and you'll realize, wow, that's really cool. And I know that's an old game, and I just got Half-Life Alyx for this sexy beast that I have in front of me. I'm going to play that tonight. I can't wait. Man, dude, I'm loving it so far. It's just a completely, like, you can't even call it a video game. Like I can get my wife into this thing, dude. She hates video games.
Yeah. It's like this like experience more of than a game.
It's an experience.
I feel.
Dude, she's ducking, dude. She's hiding behind things.
I know. We'll play Beat Saber as a family and take turns, and everybody gets so into it. And there's something about like, yes, it is a game, but you're just like in the world that it's so immersive that you're just so into it that it really just feels like an experience where you're not like playing. It is. I know that sounds so dumb, but like it really is.
Cliche.
Like like I will get lost for like an hour. I'm just like, what happened with time? Like it was just so like. I think it's awesome. I think that's great, Devin. There are some multiplayer games that we need to link up and play together. Then, and so we'll get into it. We'll figure it out, and I think that'd be super fun.
Yeah, dude.
Congrats on the quest, bro. Hey, it was your birthday a little while ago, and we missed it as a Nintendo show community. We missed it, Devin.
I know. Where's my cake? Where's my candles? Where's my stuff?
You got to find
I did get, you see this guy?
Yeah.
There he is.
Oh, he made it.
He made it. And also, I'm using your case. I'm using it for my little Switch Lite. It works well.
Sweet. Very cool.
It's very nice.
Since we're doing kind of show and tell, I know this doesn't play super well in audio, but I'll describe it. So I did a thing to my Switch, and I did some work. I did a Super Nintendo, and then...
Oh my.
Ah, man, all my green screen crowd's freaking out. So anyways, I did the Joy-Con shell modification and the backplate. Yeah. So now it's gray, and it's plastic, but it has a soft touch plastic to it that feels really good. Yeah. It's in the style of the Super Nintendo, my favorite console of all time. And the directional pads are actual directional pad. It's a D-pad on there now.
And nice.
It feels so good. It took me 4 hours, but man, I sure loved it. Like that was such a fun project.
That's cool.
And
That's so cool.
It looks so legit.
It looks so good, dude. Thanks, buddy. The back plate. So the back plating looks like the top of the Nintendo, the SNES.
With like the eject button and the
eject buttons.
Oh man,
and stuff.
The green screen. Yeah. Anyways,
the Joy-Con, you got the purple circle around the buttons and all that stuff, or the gray circle. Dude, loving it.
Yeah,
oh man,
that was a fun project.
I need to do this kind of stuff. My Switch is being lame.
Dude, it's
I
over
haven't
there
touched
just
it forever,
scrubbing
but
it
it's
up.
over there.
Dude, it's
Being
just
red and blue.
But the thing is, it's not even that expensive. It's more about your time.
Yeah.
It costs like $20 for the shells. The shells, okay, so I did this mod 2 years ago, and I did like a white shell and things like that. The shells have come a long way. So if you've done them in the past, whoever's listening, know that they have come a long ways where they actually line up now. Everything feels really good. They used to be where like it wouldn't close all the way when you'd screw. Like it was real janky.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's a fun project. So I couldn't recommend it enough, but also I'd say caution. If you are not a tinkerer, you really can ruin it pretty bad. Like there's a lot of ribbons and screws and buttons and all that stuff. So
yeah, I've seen it someone do it before, and I thought to myself, not me. I can't do it. Not with the knowledge I have. Dude, that's so cool. That's so awesome.
Send me your Switch. I'm starting a business. Send me your Switch. Yeah. Send me a shell. I'll send you $5.
Oh, you're giving them money.
Yeah, I'm giving you money. I'm not going to send your Switch back.
Guys, this is a Nintendo show
pyramid scheme
deal. Yeah, you guys, you'll get money back, $5. Just send it into Trev.
Trade-in program.
Hey,
I'll do the work,
$5 for that Switch.
I'll do the work. I'll do all the hard work.
You'll show it.
I'll show you, dude.
They might not see it, but you'll show it.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get 10 questions, dude. Let's get into 10 questions. All right, 10 questions. Here's how it works. One of us knows the game while the other guy guesses the game. The guesser, which is Trevor, has 10 questions to figure out what the game is. The question must be yes, no questions. The nice thing about 10 questions is the guesser will know the date and the console that the game was released on. Trev? The date is 2005. I hope I didn't do.
Graduation.
I hope I haven't done this. I hope I haven't done this yet.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll go for it.
2005. 2005.
Okay.
On the GameCube.
Oh man, the console that I like hardly played. I know that's like a travesty, but like I wish I played it more. But whatever.
Dude, I was a cool Xbox kid. You got me with Pokemon.
I know.
I understand.
Okay.
I know.
So 2005 GameCube. Okay. You ready?
Let's do it. Question 1. Yes.
All right. Does this feature a bunch of different Nintendo characters?
It does not.
Okay, so it's not Smash Bros. Okay. Is this a Capcom game?
It is a Capcom game.
Is this a horror third-person shooter? Where are you going?
It is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I went too easy. Dude, no. Don't even guess it. No,
Devin. I might not get it.
No, you will not. Listen. This is on me. This is on me. This is on me. We can't know. You're not even going to answer it. It's over.
Devin, is it Resident Evil 18?
No. It is.
Yes.
Trev, you made it through.
Resident Evil 4, man. That was like the easiest.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4. I know. I love it. I should have done like Beautiful Joe.
I know. That would have been a lot harder to guess because I would have been like, the Moses. Joe one. The one with Joe in it.
Dude, I don't know. We're being too easy now. We're being too easy.
I don't know. Maybe we need to rework this segment.
I think we should.
I think we need to rework it. Let's get some ideas. Peeps, throw it our way.
Yeah, guys. How can we make this segment not that easy?
Also, you don't pick Resident Evil 4.
That's also my fault. Again, that is also that's all.
I love
Please
it.
Send in. You know what you could do? Send in some good games. That would stump
suggestions.
us. That's what I would like to see. Send in some good games. That would help us out a lot. Trev, let's get into Nintendo Fight since you went through that like in 3 seconds flat and I'm a dumb head, a real poop face.
Whoa,
poop bottom. Got poop on your face. Trev, Nintendo Fight. It is time for Nintendo Fight, the tournament that pits the greatest games in Nintendo history against each other to figure out once and for all which of these games is truly the greatest Nintendo game of all time. We each will be given 3 minutes to debate why our game is the best in these 4 categories. Those categories are story, visuals, gameplay, and sound. Once we give our presentation, we will then figure out the winner in regards to those 4 categories that I just mentioned. This week's game, Zelda, the Minish Cap, and Zelda, the Majora's Mask.
Ooh, the
or
way
Majora's
you say
Mask.
That's so intense.
Yeah, The Legend of Zelda, sorry. And The Legend of Zelda.
Oh man, yeah. I almost was gonna debate the wrong game. I'm glad you clarified.
Yeah, sorry. Yep. There's 2 different. Yeah, those are sequels. I forgot. Trev, let's get into Minish Cap, bro. What do we got?
Let's do it. So, all right, 3-minute timer. Let's do this bad boy. The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap came out 2004 on the Game Boy Advance. Now, as you all know, Game Boy Advance is one of my favorite handheld video games, period, because it's basically a portable Super Nintendo. I love it. And to be able to play Zelda on the go and have virtually the same fidelity as Link to the Past was something incredible to young Trevor Payne. The story... It's okay. It's basically like there's this race of little teeny elvish people called the Picori, and they would help, the Hyruleans in a time of need. Basically, they celebrate every year the people of Hyrule, the ceiling of like this evil chest, and there's a sword in it that keeps the evil at bay or whatever. And there's this bad dude, Vati. He comes and he turns Zelda to stone. He opens the chest, breaks the blade, and evil has been unleashed into the world again. And Link needs to go. I know. And Link has to go fix the sword and restore order and save the princess. So pretty standard, like nothing too crazy. Yep. But the thing is, the visuals are vibrant, colorful. If you're watching right now, you see on the screen, everything is just very vibrant. And it is on a small screen. So right now it's blown up. But on a small screen, it looks so good. The controls were awesome. You have the shoulder buttons, so you can add like a roll on there. You're able to swap out your shield and your attack buttons and your different abilities. Audio's okay. That one I'm going to probably... say it's not my favorite Zelda audio. I wish it was a little bit better. Nothing super memorable. Obviously, it has your favorites. It has like your main overworld tune and things like that. But I wouldn't say it's anything to write home about. The gameplay is where it's at for me in this game. The fact that you get the ability to shrink, to minish size and be the same size of these little Picori people and solve these puzzles. And even some of the boss fights. There's this one boss fight where you actually have to shrink small, go inside the boss, and you're inside the boss and there's this whole mechanic you have to do. And then you get spit back out, you go big again. It is super cool. And I love that idea of like shrinking. And visually, when you shrink and everything's large and crazy, like little bugs that you wouldn't have been anything in real life in his normal size, you shrink and they become a boss. Like it's something crazy. And I really liked that idea. Not to mention, Devin, this game was not developed by Nintendo. This is a Capcom game. I know. No. A Capcom game. It is awesome that Nintendo let another, and it's probably because it was on the handheld, but they let someone else have a stab at it. And I feel like they did such a wonderful job. There are some really cool abilities. There's the gust jar. There's the whole shrinking mechanic that I talked about that I really like. Oh, I forgot to mention the hat dude. You've seen the hat dude, right? He's like this weird hat green duck thing. His name is Ezio. Anyways, he's pretty witty.
That is time. Just to let you know.
I love him. Okay. Anyways, I love this game.
Is awesome.
Enjoy it. It's not crazy long. Great for portability. I'm done.
Beautiful. Trev? Well debated, sir. Very nice. Minish Cap. You put this on the list, by the way.
I know.
This is a Trevor pick. This is a Trevor pick.
This is my heart.
This is your heart out here.
My heart, my soul.
Majora's Mask.
Tell me about it, Dev.
Here we do it. 3 minutes on the clock. Here I go. Majora's Mask. What to say about this game? A very interesting game. It was freeing the shackles of Miyamoto. Screw you, Miyamoto. Whoa. We're done with you. We're done with you. Hey, we don't want to make your Zelda, Miyamoto. You understand? We're done with your Zelda. We're going to do a different Zelda. We're going to do our own Zelda. So they got a director that totally free from Miyamoto, is a little more relaxed. And as you can see, you get a totally wacky, different kind of game here. The visuals, obviously, this is Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
As you can see, they did this game in basically a year, maybe a little bit more than that. But what they created is a game that is outstanding in its storytelling. It's very different in its, Zelda has a lot of dark undertones. This is probably the darkest of all the Zelda games, I think, in a lot of ways. There's a lot of like interesting interactions with small characters as you see the moon falling down, coming to kill these people, how this tragic moment in time is affecting these different characters, especially as time goes on and you get to the last day. It's very interesting to see those stories play out. So story-wise, very interesting in those, like I said, in Zelda, it's not about the main plot so much as is about the little moments, but this also has a great main plot thing. We kind of we're a little bit away from Ganon here. We're with a Skull Kid and his emotional story, him not having friends, all that kind of stuff, gaining power with this mask that gets possesses him, the Majora's Mask. It's very interesting, very cool, different story. And that's what I like about the Zelda game. It's very different than all the other Zelda games in a lot of ways. Even the dungeons are very different. Like you got 4 dungeons. Let's talk about the mask, dude. The masks is a big gameplay feature here. You get to be a freaking poo. What are those stupid things called? The plants. You get to be a plant. You get to be a Goron,
the Deku scrubs or whatever.
Deku.
Scrub,
that's
whatever.
right. That's right. You got the Deku guy. You can swim. You got a whole bunch of different like powers through the mask, which is really interesting way to go about the mechanics here. Adds a lot of variety in gameplay and motion, like just rolling around to get speed and stuff with your Goron mask.
Yeah,
I think it's Goron. Yeah, dude, I love this game in its way that it's just crazy. It's weird, new ideas. It refreshes the Zelda formula in a lot of ways, and I think it does real well. Music's, I mean, it's Ocarina of Time. A lot of the stuff is, you'll remember it. It's a little darker. It's enjoyable. That is my time. This is a great Zelda game. Yeah, the end. Trev?
All right, dude. Let's get into it.
Okay.
Which category are we going to dive into? And we're going to award points. 1 point per category.
1 point. Let's do story, man.
Okay.
Let's go story. What do you think?
I don't know.
Between the two.
I feel like there's a lot more to Majora's Mask. And I feel like because it is such a different story and weird and time, like I didn't love the time mechanic. I like the idea of the time mechanic.
Exactly.
Though. Maybe I didn't like the gameplay of it, but the idea of being like, okay, you only have 3 days or whatever the amount of time was to get your shiz done. Like I love that. I thought that was really cool. Also, that just seems like there's a lot. I don't know. It just seems a lot deeper. The story in Minish Cap, I enjoy, but it's pretty basic. Like there's not a lot of depth there. There's cool moments, but I wouldn't say it's even my top 5-6 Zelda games for sure.
Yeah. I think, it seems like it's pretty standard. And this one, probably one of my more favorite Zelda stories, just because there's a lot more going on. And you just always feel oppressed. Like you always feel like something is going to happen, and even the character,
and doom, pressure, and
and it really plays out. Like it plays out story wise, but it also just plays out like for you as a kid, dude, as like a young 10-year-old,
right?
I freaking or 12-year-old, I couldn't stand it, dude. Like it was hard, it was stressful, and I was feeling all the emotions, and that comes through story wise and gameplay wise. Let's go straight into visuals.
Okay.
Minish Cap, dude. I just looked at Minish Cap and I was like, yeah, dude, I love the hair, like the floppy yellow hair in the back. It just looks,
I don't know, the sprite work. I think everything just looks really good. And because it's on such a little screen, they have to be very dramatic about the colors, so that way you can really know the difference between things. And for me, I love it. Like I love just the contrast between the different colors, and everything is so oversaturated. But I really like that look. And honestly, like, this game was the prequel to Four Swords. So Four Swords is actually the sequel to this game. And I, again, love that art style. And I feel like, you know, this is essentially where we're getting, you know, Toon Link or whatever, you know, the main look of it. And I really love, I think it holds up better. But the thing is too, is visually in Majora's Mask, there's so much variety, and like there's like this creepiness to it too. Devin, the first time you look up at that moon, oh my gosh, like that is terrifying. Like being a young kid and seeing that is horrible. It is awful. And so they have such a wonderful aesthetic. So I don't know. They're so different. What are your thoughts?
That's true. Well, 64, yeah, you're right. Majora's has a horrible iconic things. Like the moon is very iconic, and like the Masked Man, I think really is interesting in this game specifically. He's really creepy. There's like even like I feel like the way they did cinematics was better than Ocarina of Time in this game.
They probably learned some lessons, you know, of it being like the second 3D Zelda game, you know. So so and I think just like you get Tingle though,
you
get Tingle
you get Tingle
up in the Minish Cap, brah.
That's true, but I think you also get Tingle in Majora's Mask, and I think he's first.
Oh, you're right.
And I think he's first.
You're right.
So we get the icon, which is Tingle. So
I don't know,
Majora's?
dude. I'm probably gonna say,
look at that freak! There he is.
Yeah, I love that. I clicked on him. There he is.
Speak of the devil.
You know, I'm gonna say, even though a lot of early 64 games, I have a hard time with them visually. I mean, like it does have some style. Like they put a lot of thought into it, and like there's a lot of like atmospheric stuff going on. I'm probably gonna lean to Majora's as well.
Okay. I think, and I think this, I was leaning for Minish, but the more I'm looking at Majora's, I like the deep saturated colors. It's a little more darker, and I like that kind of stuff. It looks cool. Yeah. So let's go for,
2 points so far for Majora's.
Nice.
Okay. Let's do audio.
Audio. Okay. Sound, my friend. This one, I don't know. I'm not like specifically in love with either of these soundtracks. But yeah, dude, I don't know. What do you think?
There we go.
You've heard?
I don't know.
You hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. I think with audio, I do think I'm gonna go with Majora's on it. Okay. Like I said, Minish, there was nothing crazy where I was super excited about. It's kind of your standard Zelda tunes, but with Majora's, there's like this real deep emotion to it, I feel. Also, you can play the ocarina. That's dope. I'm always down with that.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. The ocarina is real nice, and there's some good tunes, and you got some carry-ons over too. So
I'm learning how to play the ocarina, dude.
What?
Yeah, I got an ocarina, and I will play you guys a ditty. It is so freaking rad. Anyways,
that's awesome, dude.
I love it. Okay.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
So so far, it's
dude. It's basically sleeping. Majora's.
I mean, Majora's won, but obviously we got to get into gameplay.
Should we go into gameplay? Yep. Dude, I don't know. I feel like Majora's, to me, seems like it would win on this category as well. I mean, you got rolling and everything. And,
I mean, like you have the Zora mask, the Goro mask. So there's like so many cool gameplay mechanics to it. Yeah. There's a whole time element, which I know some people like that pressure. That's something a lot of people hated. I did not like that.
Me too.
But I think, again, we're going to have to go with Majora's. Like, I love the gameplay of Minish Cap, but it is pretty basic. The puzzles are very creative. Like, they're very unique and creative, and they're very fun. Like, I enjoyed them. But still, there's so many other Zeldas that I feel like go in a little bit deeper, a little bit more complex. And so
what do you think about dungeons? Because the dungeons in Majora's are kind of blah.
Yeah.
There's like 4 of them. They're not very good. I would say they're pretty average dungeons.
So one thing for me, like the dungeons actually I really enjoyed in Minish Cap. I like, so with a lot of Zelda games, like you get the hook shot, and you get that for a very specific reason to use at this moment in the story, you know, and like it's kind of like tailored in a way. Maybe not most recent Zelda, obviously, but in Minish Cap, I like what they did. It's more situational. I feel like the upgrades and the abilities that you get, I felt like I was using them more kind of anywhere I was at, as opposed to being like, okay, this is the hook shot dungeon where they have a little bit of that, but I felt like I would still be using whatever the ability is outside of the dungeon in other areas. And I felt like that was very creative and cool. And then the shrinking stuff I thought was really creative and cool too, because like you'd be frantically trying to figure, just furious, like, how do I get into this building? And then finally you see this little crack on the side of a house and you're like, oh yeah. And then go shrink and then go and like, it's like, there's these really cool, awesome moments that I really remember enjoying. It has been a couple years since I've played it, but the puzzles, they're fun. So
interesting. Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm like, if it has better dungeons, that's a big deal. But I guess the world of Majora's is also the gameplay, and the world that they created was really cool.
Totally.
And like, and the masks. Let's just give it to Majora.
I'm going to say so. Like, I don't see why not. I think just being able to talk about Minish Cap and like the love that I have for that game, that's enough. I think I do feel that Majora's Mask needs to move on, but hey, give a shout out to my boy,
doing his thing. Thank you, Minish Cap. You came in, you fought hard, but Majora's takes the lead. I'm pulling up our rankings because it's been a while.
It has been.
Let's talk about it. So Metroid Prime and Metroid Fusion was round 1. Metroid Prime went forward. Donkey Kong Country and Yoshi's Island was next in line. And I believe Yoshi's Island made that one through. Then we had Super Mario World through against Banjo-Kazooie. World 1, Super Metroid versus Ocarina of Time, where Zelda fans Ocarina of Time won. Super Smash Brothers versus Ultimate versus Perfect Dark. Ultimate obviously won, and now Zelda, the Majora's Mask versus the Minish Cap. Majora's going in. So we're almost at the end of round 1 as far as all these games go. Then the next one, the very last matchup of round 1 would be Secret of Mana versus Pokemon Red and Blue. So 2 RPGs going in. So that will be very interesting.
Yeah, Devin, remember, it is an RPG.
Yes, that's right. It is a RPG.
Yeah, sorry, low blow
there. Dude, that's that. Let's go into Console Wars, the 9th generation.
Okay.
Trev, this is where we break down the latest news from Xbox and PlayStation within 5 minutes, because that's all they deserve on a Nintendo podcast. Get your filthy mitts off my show.
The fact that they're getting time at all. Jeez, guys.
Yeah.
Just kidding. They got all the big news right now.
Yeah, that's true. We're running low over here. Dude, so we're just going to talk about the Xbox Series X.
Yes.
We got a conference coming July 23rd. This is going to be very exciting. Let's talk about it. Let's start the timer. Ready, set, go.
Okay.
What would be the perfect event? What is the perfect event?
Obviously Halo. They said they're going to talk about Halo. Perfect event. They show Halo and then they're like, boom, demo drop now. Go download the demo. And like, it's either like a short story demo, or I would even take like a multiplayer, like beta demo kind of thing. Any kind of demo, like let fans try it, have it streaming through that xCloud beta app thing that they have going on. Like make it like impactful where people are playing it and excited. That for me, that would be awesome. That would be it. I'd be super stoked. I don't know. What do you think of that?
Yeah, dude, that's super great. So I'm thinking Halo is the main cheese. We see at least 10 minutes of gameplay, campaign, no multiplayer, most likely. Usually we'll stick with the campaign, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Sure.
So the show, a couple stories that came out today. We had news that this is going to be, it's only going to be games. It's just going to be games. All you're going to see is games. You're not going to see anything about Lockhart. You aren't going to see anything about price. Why? Because they're crazy people. But I'm excited that it is all games. Like I said last week, I would like to see in that short 10-minute thing. Sorry, podcast listeners, you didn't see that. You can check it out on Facebook. I feel like we should not see so many trailers. I would like to see more gameplay. PlayStation just did tons of trailers, dude. By the time we were done with that show, it was like an hour and a half, hour, 20 minutes of just almost all trailers. Was it all trailers? It was a lot of trailers.
Almost all I can remember was trailers, which I mean, like trailers aren't bad, but like I think sometimes like we are excited about a new generation of consoles. Show me something that can't be just pre-rendered and thrown out. Show me the gameplay. Show me how it works, and prove why I need to buy your stupid console.
Prove it. Yeah. Prove it. That is the thing. PlayStation didn't prove it to me on that conference. They showed me amazing games. I'm going to buy the PlayStation. Going to buy it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy it this year though. I'm not convinced. Like I see Spider-Man and I'm like, okay, that's your game. That's your game. It's basically like a half step, to Spider-Man 2. It's your Uncharted Lost Legacy, which is a great game, but it's not enough for me to buy a console that's $500.
Yeah.
And it doesn't show me visually why I'm buying this thing. So I need to see why visually I'm buying this thing.
Agreed.
And I'm worried about that with Halo. I'm worried about that because it's Xbox is doing a thing where everything works on everything, and my worry is that we might not see the upgrades that I hope to see or expect to see.
I think we'll see it. I think.
You think so?
There's so many PC games that look just night and day different better on PC.
Okay.
And developers are already used to optimizing games and be like, hey, give all the glitter to this thing. And then we have it dumbed down to play on your like weak laptop or whatever,
Yeah.
So I think we're going to see something. I think they know they have to go big with this. They're calling it Infinite, Devin. It's not Halo 6.
Yeah.
It's not, this is they are putting all their chips in this basket. Real quick before time runs out, Devin, did you see that the xCloud is being tied in like to the price of Ultimate?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
So cool. So cool.
I love that.
And it's coming out August
September
or something. September.
Yep.
That's so cool, dude. It's just like so for $15, you're getting Live, you're getting Game Pass, and you're getting basically a system that if you have good enough internet, you do not need an Xbox.
No,
you do not need an Xbox at all.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
And I love the idea of I have like a friend that I work with, and like, dude, this game is on Game Pass and whatever, and I'm like, dude, you should play. And he's like, I just don't want to go buy an Xbox. It's like, pay $15 for the month and start streaming it and playing it. Like that just sounds so cool and awesome. Man. Like it just. And plus, like when you're on the go, like have the console for when you're at home, and then on the go be able to continue your gameplay portably. I just think that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, dude. It's
such a consumer friendly move.
It's so smart. Yeah, it's so smart. It's so cool. It's so cool that they're doing that. This is going to put them ahead of PlayStation if they have games. Yeah, that's what we need to see. We need to see first party. Xbox exclusive games that show us the next gen.
Yep.
If you do that, if you show us Fable, if you show us whatever the next Perfect Dark is, if we see Halo and we're like, okay, that's it, then there it is, man. Right. That's exciting. That is it. That's it for Console Wars 9th Generation. Me and Trev will talk about this next week. It's going to be so exciting. We're going to be doing our first ever, the Xbox show presented by the Nintendo show. So that's going to be pretty fun. Stay tuned for that, dude. And yes, and presented by Monster Energy. Thank you, Monster. Trev, let's do some fan questions.
Let's do it.
Let's get into it. Skipper asked, say you were a homicidal Mario. How would you permanently do in Bowser?
Oh, snap!
How would you kill that boy?
I would
killing that big.
I would shrink him
boy?
Minish Cap style. I'd shrink him real small, and then I would lock him in a box. And oh man, this is getting kind of creepy. I don't know if I want to continue. I basically I wouldn't do him in. I think that's too easy on him. I think like doing him in is like a good, nice thing. Like I'm gonna let him rot in a box, shrunk, where no one's gonna ever be able to find him and make him and make him big again. So then he's always trapped. He's forever trapped. He has no hope.
I got it. So now I'm going to roll with what you made here.
Okay.
I'm going to create a beautiful scene for you. What if we make Bowser smaller and then we make Mario bigger and then Mario becomes Bowser and Bowser becomes Mario.
Oh no.
And from now on,
this is the new reboot.
Now Bowser gets to feel how it feels to be Mario. Well, you want your princess? Huh? You want your princess? Well, I'm going to steal her over and over and over and over again. And we're going to repeat this until the end of time.
Wow.
And now you feel how I feel.
So Devin,
now you understand how I feel. And now I'm a big boy and I'm going to smash you. And I'm going to kill you in my own special Bowser or Mario way.
So Devin, what you're saying, like, we're going to get 35 years of that.
35.
It's going to be
35 years.
It's Mario's been on the receiving end now for 35 years. And we're just going to flip it. We're going to flip it. 35 years. We're going to be playing as Bowser. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Mario's becoming the bad guy.
Yep. Oh. Mario's bad guy now.
Well,
he's changed. He's a new man.
You know,
I mean, he's homicidal Mario. Bowser doesn't kill.
Yeah.
Bowser doesn't kill. What does he do?
Does Bowser become a
princess on occasion? I mean, it's the only occupation in the area.
You know, those toads, man, they know how to, fill up a toilet, huh?
Dude, yeah. They know how to use that crap. Well, they don't know how to use the crapper. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, you gotta not put your.
This is awful.
Put toilet paper in there. Do not put paper towels. You're ruining the plumbing. Yep. Don't you understand? I know it says flushable wipes, but it's not true.
But it's not fake. How it works.
I love it. Yeah, that's about that. Thank you, Skipper, for that creepy question. Oh man, this is a hard one. Let's do it together. Let's do this one together.
All right.
Destin asks, give us 10 games you consider 10 out of 10s.
Ooh.
So let's just play it off together.
Okay. Yeah.
Instead of you and me doing.
Breath of the Wild for me is
Breath of the Wild. That's a 10 out of 10.
Will forever be. I would say Super Mario 3. Absolutely.
Yep.
That's mine.
I agree. I think Last of Us is a 10 out of 10.
Yes. I think that's a 10 out of 10 that I want to play once and never go back to. So yes.
Yeah, never want to play it again, but it's a 10 out of 10.
It is. Absolutely.
Have you played the second one yet? Is that a 10 out of 10?
So I've heard it's amazing, but Devin, I am not going to play that game. It is too much for me. It is
too much.
Too much. It's a little too gory, too serious. I just right now life is crazy and serious with everything going on. Yeah. I don't know if I want to deal with that. So
yeah, some of those gory scenes were Yeah,
I watched some of the gameplay and I was just like, oh, this. Yeah, maybe down the road, maybe one day, but not right now. I'm not in the right headspace for that.
No. Half-Life 2.
Yes.
10 out of 10.
Totally.
Yeah. What else? Ocarina of Time, dude.
Yeah. Like most of the Zeldas. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was going to say Wind Waker. Wind Waker for me is a 10 out of 10.
I think
Wind
so
Waker
too.
HD. Wind Waker HD.
Sure.
So what are we like on 6?
We got
did
a
6?
handful. That's a pretty good swath of games.
4 more. There's
trying to think. For me, Portal.
Yeah,
2?
Portal 2 for me. Yeah,
that's probably another one that was pretty incredible.
I'm trying to. I think I don't know if it's everyone's cup of tea, but I do think Overwatch is probably was a perfect game. At least a perfect multiplayer game.
It's real good. For me, it's not just because that's not my favorite style of game. But I could see. But I could see where a lot of people really enjoy it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't really think. That's a tough question off the top of my head to just spit out because I feel like there's so many games. Yeah.
For me, Red Dead Redemption 2. Ugh. Hey, listen, I know you hate it, but it's a 10 out of 10.
Can I let you into a little secret, Devin?
Oof. Yeah.
I started playing it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what we're playing, I started it again.
Attaboy. That's good.
So
I'm proud of you.
And now I'm further in than I've ever gotten.
70 hours of beautiful gameplay. The ending, mwah.
Really?
Chef's kiss.
Okay, so stick with it. I love it. I am having fun. I think maybe I'm just in you know what it was? I went on vacation. Okay. Went on vacation and we went to this little town that's just full of donkeys. Okay, it's this old ghost town. This is just one of the stops. This wasn't the main reason for going on a trip.
Yeah,
but we went to Donkey Town.
Go with that donkey trip.
Yeah, we went to Donkey Town, and these donkeys just roam, dude. They roam the streets. People feed them, and it's like this old Western town. And the whole time I was thinking, I'm like, I want to play a Western game so bad. And so I think I'm into being a cowboy. I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. So we might need to rewrite.
Pace.
Yeah, we might have to rewrite the Game of the Year thing.
I think so. It's a 10 out of 10. Red Dead Redemption 2. One more, Trev. Let's do one more for this guy.
For me, Pokemon Red and Blue. For me personally. Or yellow, like any of those, or gold and silver. All of those at the beginning were just
kind of the oldies.
Yeah, so good. Picture perfect games. Like I adore them.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot. Celeste, I think, is one. Undertale.
Oh, Shovel Knight.
Shovel Knight is a 10. Yeah. Mega Man's. I'm sure there's 10 out of 10 Mega Man's.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot. Anyways, dude, thank you, Dustin. Jane Doe asks, what lady in video games deserves her own game, and what would the game be? Who deserves it? What's a lady that hasn't gotten her share?
Obviously, we love Zelda. I want a Zelda game where Zelda's the protagonist, and maybe that's what this next game is going to be.
That'd be great.
I hope so. I feel like she has so much potential, but always gets portrayed as like, I can't do anything and I need help. I need, but the thing is like, then there's these moments where she shows that she has this like depth to her character and that she's very capable. And so I'm just like, give me a game like that. And then she could play as Sheik or Sheikah. Is it? Whatever. Sheik
or whatever they call it. I
whatever
think
it is.
Sheikah's the people.
Yeah, that's right.
Her. Okay. I don't know.
And then like there could be like a whole like parts of the game where she goes undercover and whatnot. And I think that would be so incredibly fun.
Dude. Yeah, dude. I think Zelda is a shoe-in. I mean, she was a pirate. She was a freaking awesome assassin chic person. Like she's got some skill, man. She could do this stuff.
Totally.
So I'm down for that. Other chicks, I don't know. Peach probably deserves her own game.
She did.
She had some.
On the DS or whatever.
Did.
That's Peaches, right. Whatever. Oh, I can't remember. It wasn't my favorite game.
I think Peach was my favorite in Mario Bros. 2, and it might have been because I was just bad at it, but I loved her floatiness, like her just going and going kind of dude. Dig that.
Yeah, she had a game called Super Princess Peach on DS.
Was it a platforming game?
Yep, platforming.
Oh, really? Interesting. You'd give it a go.
It was interesting. Yeah, take a look. You have to take a look. But she did have her own game, but maybe she could get some extra love. I feel like too often, unfortunately, a lot of the female characters take a back seat, and there's so many cool story and gameplay opportunities if we would just make a game about them. Come on.
Make it happen.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, for me, I like to explore like different, like for me, when I play an RPG, I'm the chick usually. I never play the dudes. Just for me, I just am more interested in seeing perspectives different than my own. That's why I play games. I like to see different stories, and being a white dude, I'm good, man. I've seen it. So I'm down for seeing different perspectives. Although it's not much of a different perspective because it's still, you're playing out the same story beats.
Sure.
However, but it makes you feel something. Makes you
feel something. That was deep.
Yeah,
there
makes
we go.
You feel something. Thank you, everyone. I'll be here giving philosophy lessons. New releases, Trev. Thanks, everyone, by the way, fans, for the questions. We appreciate it. New releases, Trev. Oh, my goodness. Look at you. You're getting that up. Very nice.
Yeah, dude.
Because I need some of the... we got Paper Mario, Origami King. That's a big
so
guy.
Excited.
That's a big...
Tonight,
that's a big boy.
Devin. It's actually live right now. Right now.
Oh, is it? That's true. It's 10 o'clock, dude. Yeah. What are we doing here?
I know. We need to wrap this thing up. What are we doing?
Dude, that game's like an 84 or was an 82 maybe on Metacritic.
About 8s on average is kind of what it's getting.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about it, obviously, but...
Yeah. not the best reviews, but a good reviews, which I'm down for. It seems like the world is really exciting. Everyone's loving that kind of stuff. So
Yep.
I'm still down to play it. I'm really interested. So we'll talk about that soon as well. Man, there's a lot to talk about right now. Look at all these games, Trev. Starlit, who the frick knows? Rock of Ages, all these boring games that no one cares about. Crosscode, that came out last week.
Oh, Crosscode
we should have talked about it.
Awesome.
It looks awesome.
I am amped about that game. Let's see.
It's like an MMO. It's a fake MMO. Yeah, right there. It's a fake MMO,
Elemento,
Zelda kind of thing, LMNO, all that stuff. It's really cool. Go check out Crosscode. It's been on Steam and other things. Daily Premonition 2 came out. If you're into that half garbage game, go for it. Rock and roll it. That B type game. I think people somewhat disliked it compared to the first one.
There's the Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2. So did you ever play the first one?
Too. I haven't. I might have played a demo of it.
Yeah, it is a older kind of Castlevania style game, and the fact that it must have been successful because they made a second, and it looks good, dude. I am itching to play this game.
Yeah, that one looks good. Any others that are popping out? We got
there's Story of Seasons. That's kind of
Story of Seasons.
Animal Crossing, Harvest Moon-esque type thing.
Yeah,
I'm not super stoked about it. We do have coming up next week.
Crisis.
We got Crisis.
Yeah.
So,
dude,
Crisis was actually delayed.
Back.
The remaster for the other systems, but it's still coming out on Switch.
Really? That's interesting.
Yep,
That's
still coming on Switch because I guess graphically, it's probably going to be the same game that originally came out forever ago. So they're like, nah, it is what it is.
It is there. Yeah. So that's that for new releases coming out. Trev, let's do final recommendations. Let's end this bad boy with some good stuff. Trev, final recommendations. What are you going to give us? It can be video games or otherwise. Trev, what do you have, man?
Okay, my recommendation for all you fine people is a TV show, and I am so into it. My wife and I have been binging this show. It's called Expedition Unknown. And it's currently on Discovery Channel, and it was on Travel Channel. It is awesome. There's this guy, Josh Gates. He travels all over the world, and it's about uncovering the different mysteries about like the Maya or what was it, Butch Cassidy, and learning about his life. But then also, like a lot of these shows, nothing ever happens. Like they go and look like, no one will ever know what the secret is. Dude, he actually like finds things, and he is a true explorer. Like it is so cool to watch him. He's hilarious. It's very entertaining. And just the swath of episodes, Devin, like there's, I think 6 seasons or something like that.
Oh, really?
And
cool.
I didn't know there's this many cool places on the earth with undiscovered stuff. Like, I'll be honest, Devin, like, it is so cool. Check it out. Expedition Unknown. Okay. I love it so much.
Sweet. Okay, I'm going to check it out. I'm down for it. I love me some exploration.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan of that. Do it as much as I possibly can. Trev, I give unto you a movie. Ooh. The Hunt for the Wilder People. This is a movie. This is a movie done by Taika Waititi.
Oh, cool.
That did Thor Ragnarok. Somewhat recently released, maybe a year or so. It stars an awesome little kid that's a chubby character. He's awesome. They all have wonderful New Zealand accents, which is like my favorite accent.
Yes.
It's so goofy and nice and like kind-hearted. It's such a good movie. It's about a kid that's adopted from family to family, but finally finds his home with this older couple. Then tragedy ensues, which leads them out into the wilderness, him and this uncle of his. And it's pretty interesting. It's very funny, a very good movie if you're into that kind of like indie goofiness. It plays out kind of like in a storybook way with chapters and stuff. I dig it. It's awesome. Check it out. Hunt for the Wilder People.
Dude, I am looking at just still images of this movie, and it looks awesome. I will check
good.
this out. That is an awesome recommendation, Dev. Way cool.
It's very good. I think you'll dig it. Okay, guys. And that is it for the Nintendo Show. Thanks everyone for watching us on Facebook Live. We appreciate it. Visit our website at nintendoshow.com. Join our Facebook group and follow us on Twitter at Nintendo Show Pod. Remember to like and share and rate us on the podcast service of your choice and leave us a review on iTunes. We appreciate you guys. We are sorry for the little bit of a wait here. Lots of things going on in the background, household things like that. It's just, it's been crazy over here for the Nintendo Show cast, which is just me and Trev.
Yeah. The really large cast.
So we have a large group of people waiting in the seating out here.
Tell them why for us.
We're never gonna. They're never going to see the light of day.
No,
it's just us. We're the stars here, Trev. What can we say?
That's what we're getting paid the big bucks for. So.
Dude, lots of money coming through. Guys, we appreciate you. Please, again, reviews, likes, all that stuff. Rate us, do that stuff. It really does help us out. We appreciate you a lot. We love you a lot. Have a good night. We will see you next week.